Today's lesson is called Problems at the Airport. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
And my name is Helen.
Everyone, we're back for part 2 of this month's Plus Talk Dialogue. So far, we've been following the travels of Linda. Okay, on part 1 of our dialogue, she started to have some problems at the airport. Apparently, whenever Linda goes to the airport, there's an issue. Part 1, she was late and couldn't get on her flight. She had to wait like 5 hours to maybe fly standby later on. Then she was on time. The next time she travels, or the next time she traveled there, she was on time, but then her plane had mechanical issues and she had to wait all night for her plane to get fixed. Oh my goodness, poor Linda. If she's not late, then her flights get delayed due to mechanical issues. This Linda person seems to get into trouble whenever she goes to the airport.
Right, and her problems haven't ended yet because even though she's at Dubai now, she runs into some more trouble. And it's a different kind of problem this time.
She's going to have to change gates, which doesn't sound like a big problem until you learn that your gate is on the other side of the terminal or the other side of the airport, and that is a pain in the neck. You might have to go through security again or something like that. Yes, a gate change might not sound like much, but it can be a real hassle when you're trying to get on a flight. Anyways, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a short break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
3. Gate change. Tired after a long flight, Linda arrives in Dubai and needs to transfer for the last leg of her journey. She gets to her gate, but the flight number and destination are wrong.
Excuse me, this should be my departure gate, but I'm going to Taipei, not Tokyo.
Your gate has been changed to C208. You'd better hurry, the final boarding call is in 10 minutes.
What's the fastest way to get there?
It's at the other end of the terminal, so you should take the airport tram.
各位好，第一部分看到名词 leg 指一段航程、一段旅程。例如 In the last leg of the race, all runners must go up a very steep hill. 在比赛的最后一段赛程，所有的跑者都需要经过非常陡峭的斜坡。接下来我们看到单字 final boarding call， 这个字是名词，指最后登机广播，像是 Final boarding calls will be given about 30 minutes before taking off。 起飞前30分钟会有最后登机广播。另外补充与 call 相关的片语，常常使用 call it a day 来表示今天到此为止或结束一天的工作，也可延伸指终止进行某事。举例来说If there are no other comments, then let's call it a day. 如果没有其他意见，今天就到此为止吧。或是 For any athlete, it's difficult to decide when it's time to call it a day. 对任何运动员而言，决定该退休的时间点很困难。再来看到的单字是名词 terminal， 指机场航厦。例如 Do you know which terminal your flight's leaving from?你知道你的航班要从哪一个航厦起飞吗？而 terminal 当名词时，还可以指转运站，像是 Melanie and her family met at the bus terminal and left for their trip together. Melanie 跟她的家人在公车转运站碰面之后，一起出发旅行。另外 terminal 除了可以当名词使用外，还可以当形容词使用，指末期的或终端的。所以可以说Because of advances in medicine, not all cases of cancer are terminal. 由于医疗的进步，并非所有癌症案例都为末期的。接着我们看到名词 tram， 指往返机场航厦间的机场电车、有轨电车。例如 Shelley spent more than 15 minutes waiting for the tram because there are a lot of passengers during the holiday. 因为假日期间有很多旅客Shelley 花了超过15分钟等待机场电车。
So Linda has arrived in Dubai and she's very tired after having taken a long flight and she needs to transfer for the last leg of her journey. So she hasn't arrived to her final destination yet. There's still one more part to her journey that will bring her to her final destination. And this last part, you can also say, is the last leg of a journey. A leg is a part of a trip or a journey, a portion of one's travels to get to one's destination. So she gets to her gate, but she finds out that the flight number and destination are wrong. So she's very confused.
Oh, that's the worst. Okay, you have your ticket, you have your boarding pass, whatever. You have it printed out, all the information is there, and you follow every single piece of information that you have. You make no mistakes. You get to your gate only to find that it's not your gate. You're trying to go to, I don't know, let's say you're trying to fly to New York and you go to gate C17, and when you get to gate C17, it says, this is the flight to Los Angeles, and it's a different airline, and you go, what? What happened here? I want to use this airline to go to New York. I'm supposed to go to gate C17, but now it's a different airline in a different city. What is going on? Well, in that case, there has been a gate change. You're going to have to go to a different place to get on your flight, which is terrible, by the way. If you have a gate change, sometimes it might be a real hassle to recross your terminal or to recross the airport to get where you need to go. Anyways, it says here that Linda, she arrives in Dubai, she's tired, and she needs to transfer for the last leg of her journey. Now, do we know where she's going? No. But we do know that when you're traveling long distances, that you're going to have many legs to your journey in most situations. Like when I travel back to the United States, I don't live in New York City, but most flights are going to take me to New York City before I can get home. So I've got many legs to my journey. Okay, I might fly to Tokyo first, and then Tokyo to New York, and then New York to wherever I happen to be going. And each one of those flights that I'm taking is going to be a leg on my journey. My destination is where I finally want to be, where I finally want to go. But along the way, I have to make stops. And between those stops, I have to take a leg, or that's going to be a leg in my journey or in my travels. Anyways, more on this gate change. Yes, Linda gets to her gate, but everything is different. The flight number is different. The destination is different. Oh, everything has gone wrong. And Linda is kind of bewildered, but she composes herself, and then she starts to ask people questions. She goes to the airport staff member there, and she says, "Excuse me, this should be my departure gate, but I'm going to Taipei, not Tokyo." Just imagine that. You're trying to get home. You want to go to Taipei. You get to your gate, and the gate says, "Oh, this is a flight to Tokyo." Well, that's not going to help me out. I can fly from Tokyo to Taipei, but I don't want to go to Tokyo if I don't have to.
Right, and you're all confused because you just got off a long flight and you probably didn't get a lot of sleep or get good sleep. So you just want to get on your last flight home, and then you're presented with this problem. But luckily, there's an airport staff around, and Linda asks the airport staff, "What's going on? I'm trying to get to Taipei, not Tokyo." And the airport staff says, "Your gate has been changed to C208. You'd better hurry. The final boarding call is in 10 minutes. Yikes.
Oh, yikes indeed. So I hope that she can get across the terminal in time because, hey, if she misses, I should say, the final boarding call, she's not going to get on the plane, which is terrible, especially when you've just gotten off a long flight. Oh my goodness, if you then have to miss a flight and go through that whole hassle of getting on another flight and then waiting for many, many hours, that is just super stressful. You don't want to go through that, so don't miss your flight if you can help it. Anyways, here the airport staff member says, "Yes, Linda, you'd better hurry. The final boarding call for your flight at gate C208 It's in 10 minutes. So hightail it over to gate C208. You don't want to miss the final boarding call. Now, what is the final boarding call? The final boarding call is the last chance to get on a plane, okay? Airport staff, okay, is not going to announce any further boarding calls after this point, okay? Almost all of the passengers are on the plane. They're going to close the door, and the plane is going to take off soon, okay? So before there are many boarding calls, first they allow the first class passengers to get on, mothers with young children, stuff like that. Then they let the business class passengers get on. Then people like us, economy passengers, we get on. Those are each called boarding calls. The final boarding call is the last boarding call. They're going to call for people one more time. Okay, if you're on this flight, come board, get on the plane. But if it's the final boarding call, that's the last time they're going to make an announcement like this. So get on the plane if you can.
And if you don't get on the plane before the final boarding call, before they close the door, they're not going to reopen the door for you. And that means you have missed your plane if you don't make it before the final boarding call. So Linda's worried, of course, because the airport staff member says you only have 10 minutes before the final boarding call and the gate is at the other end of the terminal. So Linda says, what's the fastest way to get there?
The airport staff member says, Gate C208? Oh, it's at the other end of the terminal, so you should take the airport tram. So Linda can't even walk there or run there, okay? She's got 10 minutes to get to gate C208, and she better go fast. In fact, the airport staff member says, yeah, because it's on the other end of the terminal, you should take the airport tram. By the way, I've got a bad feeling about this. I think that Linda is probably going to miss this plane. 10 minutes? That's not enough time to get to the other end of a terminal. Anyways, here we have the word terminal. Okay, here a terminal is a building at an airport where the planes actually arrive and then take off. Yeah, when you're at the airport, you might check in at one building and then go to another building called a terminal, and that's where, as a passenger, you're going to take off, okay, or depart on your flight, and it's also where you're going to arrive to. When you're at your destination, you're going to get off your plane, and you'll be in the terminal before you transfer to that other building and then exit the actual airport.
Right. And small airports may have just one terminal because there aren't a lot of places where planes can come and go. But in international airports, usually there is more than one terminal. Sometimes you have 2 or 3 terminals, and the distance between the terminals is so vast that you have to take a tram to get between them.
There you go. Here we have the word tram. Okay, if you take a tram at an airport, you're kind of taking a little train or a little monorail or a little cable car from one place to another. And sometimes, yes, these terminals themselves are really super big. So to get from one end to the other, you need to take a tram. Yes, there's an inter-terminal tram in the Detroit International Airport now. Not only do the trams take you from the airport to the terminal or from one terminal to another terminal, some of these big airports with big terminals actually have inter-terminal trams that will take you from one end of the terminal to the other, and maybe some places in between as well. Anyways, that's what a tram is. Okay, everyone, with that, it is now time for us to take a short break. But don't go away. When we come back, we are going to continue reading from this month's Plus Talk dialogue.
4. Lost luggage. Linda arrives at her final destination, but her suitcase never shows up on the carousel. She goes to the baggage claim desk for help.
Can you help me? I think my luggage is lost. I didn't see it on the carousel. May I see your baggage claim sticker? It should be attached to your boarding pass.
Linda hands her boarding pass and sticker to the staff member.
Here it is.
Checks for her bag's location in the system.
It looks like your bag is delayed because it didn't make the transfer. Fill out this form and we'll mail your luggage to you when it arrives.
最后第二部分看到一个单字是 suitcase， 有手提行李箱之意。我们可以说 From my 3-week trip overseas, I packed both a large suitcase and a smaller carry-on bag. 为了3星期的海外旅游，我打包了一个大型行李箱与一个小型的手提袋。另外，补充与 suitcase 相似的单字 luggage, L-U-G-G-A-G-E. Luggage 可以指行李，这个为不可数名词。举例来说 When I travel, I usually bring very little luggage with me. 旅行时，我常随身带极少的行李。
And welcome back. We left off with Linda rushing to get to her flight. And now Linda has finally arrived at her final destination. So Linda, it seems, has cleared all of her problems and she is home free. She has arrived home. But there is another problem. This time her problem involves her suitcase, her luggage.
Oh, poor Linda. Yeah, she gets home. There have been many legs to her journey, many long flights. She's tired, okay? She hasn't slept well, I'm sure. She probably wants to take a shower. But you know what? She's out of luck as far as that is concerned. Linda arrives at her final destination. Yay! But her suitcase never shows up on the carousel. Wah, wah. So that is not good. By the way, we've got this word luggage here. One note before I explain things any further. You can have bags, let's say. 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, so on and so forth. You can also have luggage, but you can't have luggages, okay? You can have a piece of luggage or many pieces of luggage, but never, ever say luggages, okay? That's not a word. The same thing goes for the word baggage as well. Yes, you can have a bag or bags, but you can only have baggage. You can't have baggages, but again, you can have a piece of baggage or pieces of baggage. Now, lucky for you guys, the word suitcase is a lot like the word bag. It's very simple. You can have a suitcase, you can have many suitcases, no problem at all. But what is a suitcase? A suitcase is a piece of luggage in which people carry their clothes and belongings while traveling.
And Linda has lost her suitcase. It never shows up, and probably she discovered that her suitcase was lost after having waited for a long time at the luggage carousel, because usually you don't know that your luggage is lost or your suitcase is lost until you realize everyone else has gotten their suitcases and you're still standing there and you can't see yours. So Linda asks for help. She says to an airport staff member, "Can you help me? I think my luggage is lost. I didn't see it on the carousel."
Yeah, the carousel. That's that place in the airport where you get your bags. It's usually a conveyor belt, and it goes around and around in circles, and you try to find your bag on this carousel. And there's no worse feeling in the world than watching that carousel stop. So everyone else has gotten their bags, and the carousel has been going around for half an hour with new bags, but then it stops. When it stops, that means no more bags are coming, which means your bag is missing. They've lost your bag. Oh, no. And if this happens, you need to go to the baggage claim desk for help. They'll know what to do. Now, that's exactly what Linda has done here. She goes to the baggage claim desk for help, and she asks, "Can you help me? I think my luggage is lost. I didn't see it on the carousel." And the airport staff member says, "May I see your baggage claim sticker? It should be attached to your boarding pass."
And Linda gives the airport staff member the baggage sticker, and the airport staff checks it and says, "It looks like your bag is delayed because it didn't make the transfer." So the bag didn't get put on the plane that Linda was on. So what can Linda do now? All she can do is fill out a form that the airport staff member gives her, and they will make sure that the luggage gets to her. They will mail the luggage to Linda when the luggage arrives.
Oh, man. Usually they can track down your bag and at least tell you where it is, like it's in another city or something like that, and it'll be here in a couple of hours or tomorrow. But here, there's nothing that Linda can do, really. Okay, she goes ahead and hands over her boarding pass and that sticker, And then the airport staff member only has bad news. Yeah, your bag's delayed, didn't make the transfer. We can't really help you out right now, so just fill out this form, and then we'll mail your luggage to you when it arrives. Now, I've had this happen before, and you know what? Usually, the airline is pretty good at getting your luggage back to you. Like, they will bring it to you wherever you are. They will put it in front of your front door. So, it's not ideal. Okay, you don't want to lose your luggage, but when you do lose your luggage, chances are you're going to get your bag back and they will bring it right to your doorstep, which is pretty good considering the circumstances. All right, folks, with that, this month's Plus Talk dialogue is in the books, and it's time for you to hear from the Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。电话的第一部分是关于登机门变更。那课文一开始说Tired after a long flight, Linda arrives in Dubai and needs to transfer for the last leg of her journey. Linda 在长途飞行之后很疲倦，她抵达杜拜，然后还得再转机搭最后一班飞机。这个句子呢有用到分词构句的句型，它原本可以写说Linda is tired after a long flight, and Linda 因为前后子句它主词相同，所以他就把连接词 and 还有前半句的主词省略，就把 is 改成现在分词 being， 然后才把 being 省略，只保留过去分词 tired。 意思就是说本来是 Linda is tired， 然后他就把它简化成 tired，然后也把连接词省略了。好，另外文中的 leg 在这边它不是指腿哦，而是指一段航程、一段旅程。像英文有一个用语叫做 on the last leg， 或者是 on one's last leg， 不是说在某人的最后一条腿上。 leg 它是指全部行程里面的一部分，像是一段旅程、一段赛程或是一个阶段。那当我们用 on the last leg 或者是 on one's last leg 是用来表达最后阶段、最后的旅程，它也可以用来表达说走到最后的地步，就有点类似中文的穷途末路。好，那我们来造个例句。 The car is on its last leg. It could break down at any moment. 这辆车已经快不行了，它随时都有可能会抛锚。好，那顺便补充几个跟 leg 相关的片语。第一个叫做 pull one's leg，字面上的意思是拉某人的腿，那同学们这时候可能会以为他是不是有扯后腿的意思啊？可是并不是这样哦，他原本的意思是说去拉扯某人脚上的某一样东西，像是鞋带之类的，去拉然后来让某人跌倒。那后来引申的意思就是开某人玩笑，耍弄某人。那其中这个 leg 固定要用单数，像你可以说Are you pulling my leg? 你在跟我开玩笑吗？好，第二个用法是 a leg up， 一条腿抬起来。它其实是用来指抢先起步的优势或者是有利的开端。我们可以用 give somebody a leg up 来指让某人占有优势，或者是用 have a leg up 来表达比别人有优势。好，那么第三个片语是 shake a leg，这不是说要叫人家把腿晃一晃、抖一抖，而是用来表达赶快行动、动作快一点，意思跟 hurry up 差不多。那 shake a leg 它是非正式比较口语的用法，例如 shake a leg, you're going to be late for school。 快，你上学要迟到了啦。好，再来看第四个片语叫 break a leg。这呢不是要诅咒人家跌断腿，他是故意用反话来送上祝福。表面上他是在祈求倒霉的事，那其实是要祝福对方好运。那 break a leg 通常是用来祝表演者演出顺利、演出成功。好，以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天单字吧。
Terminal. All domestic flights at this airport depart from Terminal 1. Suitcase.Patrick had to pay an extra fee because his suitcase was over the weight limit.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I'm Helen.
See you next time.